up. We know it was covered up almost from day one. The railroad issued press releases to downplay the number of those who died, but internally they admitted that it was a number as high as 60 that died. They know it was 57.
And this is evidence of the burning of the shanty. That's metal that dripped onto one of the stems that was raked into you'll see a 30 by 30 area that's a burned field down there. And the blacksmith got rid of the evidence. That's in the sources. And then he disappears the following year. We presume with Duffy, went out to mile 29 in Lancaster County and came back years later providing stone and water for the then Pennsylvania Railroad. And there was
what, 87?
Duffy himself, 88 years old. The blacksmith got, we believe, over $1,000 from the state for a supposed hospital that they claimed to the press that they put up there was never, just a complete manufacture.
John Ruddy dies. He's 18 years old. Philip Duffy was born under the King George III and dies under President Ulysses S. Grant.
We found his grave, though. We know where Duffy's buried. We found him up in St. Anne's at Port Richmond, which is a Reading Railroad.
Where's that?
It's in northeast Philadelphia.
In the terminus of the coal rail lines. It was a very Irish neighborhood.
And is this? Can I look at this?
Is this incident, Immaculata, or this event, is this totally unique? It's not.
Unfortunately, very typical. Very typical.
Very original.
Yes.
So this is one of,
Well, even in normal, without the cholera, digging canals is difficult work. Railroad work is hard, and
We actually have a piece.
there are 4 along the canals in New Jersey. There's 1 in Wilmington, Delaware. Most of them are unknown, so this is unfortunately quite representative of the immigrant experience at that time.
well, these people they would have been recruited from the ship, or they would have been recruited in Ireland prior to coming.
We know that sometimes the railroad recruited in Ireland. We know for sure, we have evidence that they recruited in Ireland, but we don't know for sure if these men were hired right off the boat or if they were hired in Ireland.
DuPont's would let you bring your cousins over or your family members and pay for it and then sort of dock your wages. That was more company store approach. Mostly it was, Duffy may have had agents in Donegal, we don't know. And it's a common name though.
This piece here, this fork, has a piece of coal that was fused to it. And that's evidence again of the fire.
Yeah, in addition to the burn field itself, which contains ash. Yep, the ear bone? Yeah, this is the ear bone.
Yes.
It came out of that.
Right here.
Yeah.
We were quite surprised by that such delicate things would survive. So we're hopeful for the rest.
We're able to tell from the leg bone there that he was used to very heavy labor. The physical anthropologists were able to show us where the ligaments attached to the leg, and that he was used to very heavy work.
Farm work, horse teaming, and putting in fences and things of that nature.
The depth of the palate tells us that he's not American Indian.
Really?
Which is very helpful.
Yeah. He's
The
European.
depth of the palate.
Yep.
Oh.
He's European.
And then besides, with the clothing, pieces of clothing, the shoe buckle and the
Where's the
pants
next
button.
Well, should it be?
It was never, he never had it.
It never had it, so that's why it was.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's there are Ruddys today who are still missing that and that trait continues in collateral branches of the family.
Yeah.
And it's kind of really important for us that the district attorney has given us the okay that if we can find collateral descendants who can be proven through DNA, the teeth, who are able to express an interest in this way to get them back, and we can be able to get them back.
Are you getting much? Are there people in Ireland or here who have expressed interest, or that their relatives might be?
Yes, the Ruddy family in particular. When we mentioned that we had discovered a man we thought was John Ruddy, we started getting emails and phone calls from Ruddy family, the Ruddy family.
At least a dozen Ruddys in Ireland.
Up in the Shoal area, and that's the interesting thing, that we'll be able to do some DNA work by using the teeth and matching them up with living Ruddys in Ireland.
It's best not to mix people from 2 radically different areas for work crews then, or there'd be faction fighting or other difficulties. So probably they were all from, the majority of them from a very small area. Probably.
Donegal and Derry Road?
Yes. And all probably walked to Derry and taken ships.
We think he may have traveled with the first 3 are looks like some cousins, the Dohertys. The fact that they're listed together, the last Doherty and the first Ruddy, and Ruddy number 4 there, I think we're surmising that they may have traveled together from two different counties. But, you know, for us, it's interesting being able to put a name on that 1832 listing of passengers to these bones right here. It's kind of amazing.
And the passenger manifest, where did that come from? I mean, where did you unearth that?
That's the National Archives.
Ours.
Here. Yeah, because the ship landed here and then the register stayed here.
But lucky there weren't too many ships. It's not during famine, so the number of ships coming to Philadelphia was pretty small.
Yeah, they only gave them from January 1st to October 1st with Irish passengers.
Right.
Compared to the later years, you know.
10 years later.
Oh, sure.
Every month of the year.
We know about the captain of this ship, that he sailed mostly from Cork. And he took passengers all over the English-speaking world from Ireland. He also took prisoners to Australia. But this was just one lucky bit for us that we were able to find this ship manifest.
It was from 2003. We started working at the site, and it took till now. It was March 20th. Bob, Frank here, and Pat Berry, the students in the history department, came running over to me about 2 in the afternoon. Something that we'd never seen before, and we knew we had it. We brought up the biology department, and they said, yes, it's a tibia. Yeah, this one right here is the first one. And Frank went down later in the day, and we thought we had it. You know, we were calling the district attorney's office and the coroner and getting everything moving on that. And he said, well, you better get down here. There are more bones exposed.
30 more bones just in the half hour I was down there. Toe bones, leg bones, and then moving up to the skull.
Over 100 by the end of the day. And then the following week we sifted, and we got another 20, including a lot of the higher vertebrae bones in the neck. And we had to close it up. Where we are now is trying to get back to the level we were then. We did that to secure it, to make sure there weren't any treasure seekers going in. And it's harder, you know, especially guys in their 40s. Like,
Oh, yeah.
So our student
I did it every day. I mean, good shit.
Well, you
digging once a week.
You can't imagine the kind of work that these men did.
No.
To build, you're going to see it. You know, the track level they built up was unbelievable.
Let me actually start.
It's
Shall we go over it?
Yeah.
It's a little primitive where we're going.